So I have 30 lesions on my brain, like herpes sores, basically. This is the worst thing I've ever had in my life.
In today's video, we're going to talk about multiple sclerosis and Christina Applegate. And full disclosure, I'm not a doctor. I'm a homesteader who barely graduated high school, but I have found incredible healing through changing my nutrition. And by the end of this video, I would bet my life that I know the root cause of MS and the solution for it. Stay tuned till the end and I will share that with you. Christina Applegate is an actress from Hollywood. She's funny, she's entertaining, she's tough, she's a warrior. This poor woman has already been through breast cancer and now she's diagnosed with MS. And her doctors told her, we don't know. We don't know. It's a fluke, genetics, we don't know. Interesting that we don't know what causes MS, but we do know the expensive medication that we can give you for a disease that we just told you we don't know the cause for. This lie that doctors say, and this is told to people beyond MS, when you're diagnosed with diabetes, when you're diagnosed with depression, like I was, we don't know, it's just you, it's genetics, it's a fluke, it's a chemical imbalance in your brain when you're diagnosed with cancer. Most times they say, we don't know. It's a fluke. And in my opinion, that is one of the biggest lies in the world, and it's one of the most destructive lies in the world. And we're going to talk about that in today's video. We're going to talk about what MS really is, and I'm going to show you so many examples of individuals and doctors who have found incredible healing.
And my last MS symptom was May 9th of 2019. And I haven't had any symptoms ever since of MS or bipolar disorder.
By treating the root cause of it. Let's get started.
I actually kind of blacked out. People said, oh, you were so funny. And I'm like, I don't even know what I said. I live kind of in hell.
She's gained 40 pounds and can't walk without a cane. She also needed assistance after getting up from a chair. She posted this image of her canes, calling them part of my new normal.
And I don't really leave the house anymore. I mean, if people saw what my life was like on the daily, they wouldn't be able to do it. Yeah, I mean, you know, to go to the bathroom, it's like walking on needles and hot lava. So like, I haven't really been able to get out of my bed today.
Yes.
Because this is the worst thing I've ever had in my life. It's the worst thing I've ever gone through.
Well, I've been a vegetarian vegan for pretty much my whole, since I was 14 years old.
It's heartbreaking watching all of those clips of Christina Applegate and the suffering. This is destroying her life. This is taking everything away from her. It's heartbreaking. And what's more heartbreaking is that she believes it's inevitable. She believes that it's just genetics. There's nothing she can possibly do about it. However, I have witnessed so many individuals find incredible healing. I'm talking about people that had lesions on their brain, went away. All right, first let's talk about what is MS, right? We don't know what causes it. Well, let's explore it a little bit more. MS is an autoimmune disorder. And what happens is it affects our nerves. And around our nerves, we have something called a myelin sheath. And the best way to think about that is like an electrical cord, like you have on your lamp, right? There's copper wire strands in there. Those are the nerves. And there's a coating of rubber or plastic around that that protects it. Well, that coating is the myelin sheath. If you look at MS, it's also defined by inflammation.
It's an autoimmune disease where your immune system basically goes, nerve ending's bad, let's attack them. And so it erodes this fatty sheath around your nerves, which is called myelin. And so it demyelinates the nerve, exposes the kind of core of the nerve, like think of it as like the copper inside of a wire.
Okay.
And that will break down over time. So when you have a flare up, it means like, oh, your body's gone into like its state of inflammation, it's attacking a nerve.
I was just Googling, what is the myelin sheath actually composed of? It is 70% fat. And this says it's not just any fat. It is composed of saturated fat and cholesterol. The exact things medicine has told us to avoid for the last 50 years. You literally cannot rebuild what MS is destroying without the nutrients your doctors told you to cut out. Fat. Fat that has been demonized since the food pyramid came out, what, 40, 50 years ago? We're told to eat less fat. people that are eating a vegetarian, vegan, plant-based diet, they get almost no fat. So there's two things that I see when you do your research, do your own research when it comes to MS. It's inflammation and lack of fat. She said in this video, she's been eating a plant-based vegetarian.
Well, I've been a vegetarian vegan for pretty much my whole, like since I was 14 years old.
She's been avoiding animal fats and animal products since the age 14. What is that going to do to your myelin sheath? Well, it certainly can't repair yourself if you're not putting any of those building blocks in. You're only putting in plants. And where would the inflammation be coming from? This is the problem, and this is where I'm going to get yelled at by so many people. Vegetables, plants, they are inflammatory, and they're damaging to so many people. Now, when I say that, people say I'm crazy, I'm nuts. Of course, eating plants and eating vegetables is a million times better than eating pizza and eating donuts and eating cookies. That doesn't mean that we should be eating plants nonstop, out of season, plants that are industrially farmed with chemicals that can't even grow in the soil anymore. They're riddled with pesticides and glyphosate, and all of these plants have defense mechanisms so that they won't be eaten in the wild. There's a food chain. Animals have claws and teeth to protect themselves. Plants don't. They just sit there in the field. So they come up with these clever ways to defend themselves, and much of it is toxins.
I learned this in 7th grade biology that plants and animals are in an evolutionary arms race. Plants becoming more and more poisonous, so less and less animals can eat them so they can survive and thrive. There is absolutely nothing that you have to have, nothing. There's nothing in plants or fungus that you have to have that you cannot get from meat. But there are things in meat that you have to have that you cannot get from plants. And while there are some good things you can get from plants, depending on the plant, it comes with, you get the bad with the good. And so, look, if you're starving, sure. So this is survival food. This is what the poor would eat historically for thousands of years.
That we then eat and go into our body, and they cause inflammation. They ferment in the gut. We end up with gas, and we end up with inflammation. And we're also consuming low levels of antibiotics every time we're eating these plants. And that's what Christina Applegate is doing. I'm not blaming her, but this is the truth. When she's eating only plants since age 14, she's consuming low levels of antibiotics, glyphosate, pesticides, atrazine, all of these chemicals, fertilizers that are put into these plants to make them grow. Quick interruption. So many people are finding incredible healing eating a carnivore diet, but many also fail. And the number one reason they fail, in my experience, is lack of community. That is why we set up healinghumanity.life, our membership site. We do over a dozen Zoom calls a week. We are here to hold your hand and put you on a path to healing. Tuesdays, we do Q&As. Wednesdays, we have doctors, experts on. We had Dr. Georgia Eid on. We had heart surgeon Dr. Philip Ovedi on. We had Dr. Baker on. Thursdays, we do our Inspired Together. We have courses, a social media community to put you on a path to healing, and you can get 50% off right now. Proceeds go to support our Healing Humanity efforts, our main documentary, our subsequent series. Link in the description below. Get 50% off right now. If you want to stop having the inflammation and the pain and the symptoms of poison ivy, you need to stop going into the poison ivy patch multiple times per day for months and years and decades and rolling around in the poison ivy. We can't roll around in the poison ivy and then say, well, give me a medication or an ointment I can put on my skin to get rid of all of that itchiness I'm having and all that inflammation I'm having. The solution is to stop rolling around in the poison ivy. And I believe the same thing is true with MS. This is environmental. Now, this isn't victim blaming because people don't know, and they're told from their doctors, and they're told this is a fluke and it's genetics, and then they don't look any further. If you are chronically inflaming your body and you are limiting animal fats, which, by the way, we have consumed as a human species since the start of time, for as long as we've been breathing air and drinking water, only in this here's humanity, right here, all of this time, we've been eating animal fat and animal products, and my little fingernail on the end represents the here and the now. When meat has been demonized and fat has been demonized, and it's gonna clog your arteries, and vegan, vegetarian plants have been propped up higher than ever before on the highest pedestal. Never throughout history have any group or civilization eaten only plants. It's only happening now. Indigenous populations eating traditional animal-based diets have near zero MS rates. The moment they adopt a Western diet, MS rates climb. MS was essentially unheard of before the 20th century. It is a modern disease How do I know all of this? Well, I have found incredible healing by changing to a proper human diet. For me, that's a carnivore diet. I was only ever going to do it for 30 days, but I healed so much and I felt so good, and I realized I'm getting everything I need in the proper proportions from eating fatty meat. I don't have to supplement anything. You can't do that on a plant-based diet. You will die. And I have had the blessing of interviewing so many people. Early on, I interviewed a woman, Emily Penton, who had MS and went on a carnivore diet and found incredible healing. Then I learned about Diane Ladd.
I got into the carnivore diet, and that's why I did, because I wanted to help my brain. She said to me, you might feel better, but, it's not going to help you. You might feel healthier, but it's not going to help the MS. She kind of shrugged and she said, no diet will help you. This is a progressive, debilitating disease. You may go blind, you may go deaf, you might end up in a wheelchair with a walker. It was very discouraging and devastating to hear. I couldn't do 3 steps.
She said, wow, that's amazing. And I said, what's more amazing is I healed nearly 100% of my symptoms of MS from only eating meat.
Then I learned about Karen.
Multiple autoimmune disorders, from multiple sclerosis, fibromyalgia, thyroid disorders, chronic fatigue syndrome.
If you could kind of recap, so the autoimmune disorders, the MS, how are you doing on all those things now? Is it all reversed? Or if you were to just sort of recap, I guess is the question.
Yeah. Yes, everything is gone.
Like, what if you didn't find this way of eating? Where do you think you'd be right now?
In the dirt. I'd be dead.
Then I started watching Dave Mack's incredible YouTube channel. If you guys aren't watching Dave Mack, you need to go subscribe to his channel. He is on track to interview 1,700 people. I found this playlist on Dave's channel. 24 videos in the MS playlist. Incredible, miraculous stories of people healing their MS on a carnivore diet.
He was very surprised, actually, that the spots went away, back to normal, quote unquote, if you will. But the spots, they were gone. Where multiple sclerosis diagnosis was handed to them, and either the medications didn't work or they got worse with the medications, and on regular standard diets, and nothing worked. And then when they switched and found carnivore, everything got better, including one other person that I know that also has seen great improvements with radiographic evidence of that, showing improvements in the brain and the spinal cord.
Yeah, but most people still think I'm crazy. But the results are too amazing to ignore. So yeah, they can call me crazy, but if I list the things that improved.
But really, it's all about that 6 months ago when I started the carnivore diet, I'm back to being basically who I was before I got MS. And I had lost who I was. I had gone into such a deep hole that I didn't know who I was anymore. And I was in survival mode for years on end. And I didn't expect the diet to put that right, but it has.
This is worth listening to. This is a tool that every single person who's diagnosed with MS should have in the toolbox. I believe this is the way to reverse it, and I believe that if everyone was eating this way, MS wouldn't even be in our vocabulary. If all of us were eating a proper human diet, we would never experience the inflammation that damages the myelin sheath. Jack Osborne, another celebrity, like Christina Applegate, diagnosed with MS, very public about it. He said, I realized that MS was related to inflammation and that I need to focus on my diet. He changed his diet. He didn't go full carnivore, but he went paleo, and he's prioritizing meat. He's doing like a ketogenic diet, and he's getting rid of all the inflammatory foods. This one gentleman literally had lesions on his brain. He went carnivore, and the lesions are gone.
He also told me that I have no more lesions. He was really surprised.
I don't know if Christina Applegate will ever see this video. I hope she does, and my message to her and every other person, millions of people diagnosed with MS, please take this into your own 2 hands, and please don't accept the horrible lie that this is you. This is genetics. This is a fluke. This is just your body misbehaving and attacking itself. Please don't accept that. Do some more research. There is so many people out there finding incredible healing by changing the input. It's common sense. I don't need a large study to tell me common sense. Inflammation is damaging your myelin sheath, and fat is what rebuilds it. Fat is what it is composed of. Fat is the building blocks of that myelin sheath. Eliminate the inflammation through your diet and through external factors and replace that fatty meat so that you have the building blocks to repair that myelin sheath. And I think you will see what I'm seeing with all of these carnivores that are finding healing. There's so many people finding healing on a carnivore diet from MS. You know, the crazy thing with this MS is if you're diagnosed with this and you go to your doctor and you say, I'm thinking of starting a carnivore diet for this, they will tell you no in most cases. Most doctors will say, no, there are no randomized controlled trials, which is crazy to me. I was Googling around, I was doing research, I was even asking AI, which is a horrible thing to do, by the way. All of it was saying the same thing. No, you shouldn't talk about doing a carnivore diet because there's no RCTs. And that's crazy. So you're seeing all of these people, just a couple examples in this video, that are finding healing from MS, eating a proper human diet. Some of these people, like Christina Applegate, have lesions growing on their brain. She's in a cane, she's immobile, and she's heading towards a wheelchair. And the suggestion to try for 30 days to return to a proper human diet, to eat only the most natural foods in the world, to eliminate everything that is highly inflammatory, seed oils, sugars, carbs, but also fruits and vegetables, which can be highly inflammatory, and just try that for 30 days so maybe your lesions will go away like the other people in this video, and people will be like, nope. Doctors will be like, nope, you got to have a randomized controlled trial. Those are just anecdotes. We don't want to go off of anecdotes. How would it be dangerous to eat a proper human diet, to do a strict elimination diet for 30 days? And then you see all of these people that have found healing doing just that. How could that possibly be dangerous? I don't have MS. Thank goodness. I don't have cancer that I'm aware of. Thank goodness. I no longer have depression, anxiety. I no longer have arthritis because I changed my diet. But if I did have MS, I would be doing anything I possibly could to try to reverse it, especially when they're putting me on this medications that cost more than most people's mortgage. Why would I not try an elimination diet? It blows my mind, the stigma around this. The same people, by the way, that say, there's no randomized controlled trial, I can't try a carnivore diet. That sounds dangerous. And then they'll take these pills that cost thousands of dollars, tens of thousands of dollars, sometimes more than their entire mortgage. They'll take these pills that are concocted and formulated in some Chinese factory. We have no clue about the long-term repercussions of those. We don't have long-term randomized controlled trials that show what that medication is going to do with this medication and this medication, and you and your particular condition, knowing that you have MS and whatever other conditions you have. Maybe you have a fatty liver. Maybe you have inflammation throughout your body. There's no randomized controlled trial to show all of that. That's fine. That's acceptable. That makes them $100,000 plus a year. We can't talk about that. You want to do a free elimination diet to eat the most natural diet in the whole world, the most natural foods. Can't do it? Can't talk about it? No. Crazy to me. Absolutely crazy. In conclusion, I wish Christina Applegate the best, and everyone that is in her position that is diagnosed with this. I would just urge you, please do not accept that you're the problem. It's your genetics, you're a fluke, it's just something with you. Please do not accept that. Take your diagnosis into your own two hands, do your research, and if it were me, if you were my loved one, I would be urging you to look very, very closely at your diet.